Let's get started with our first news. Recently, Michael Morales revealed that his next UFC fight has officially been booked, immediately sparking plenty of excitement and speculation throughout the MMA community. Fans quickly began trying to figure out who would be standing across from the rising undefeated contender, and several rumored opponents started making the rounds on social media. As those rumors spread, many people believed that an announcement could be coming very soon. However, it now appears that some of the biggest names linked to Morales are not actually in the running. According to MMA Junkie's Nolan King, the widespread speculation surrounding Michael Morales' next opponent is simply inaccurate. King addressed the rumors in a post on X after seeing countless reports claiming that Morales would be facing either Yaroslav Amosov or Carlos Prates in his next appearance inside the octagon. Those reports gained traction quickly, with many fans believing the matchup had already been finalized. However, Nolan King shut those rumors down completely. He stated, "Saw widespread rumors on here that UFC 330 backup Michael Morales will be fighting Yaroslav Amosov or Carlos Prates. Multiple sources tell me neither of those matchups are scheduled in any fashion at this time." That statement immediately put an end to the speculation, making it clear that neither rumored fight is currently being planned by the UFC. While Morales has already confirmed that his next bout is booked, the identity of his opponent remains a closely guarded secret. As a result, fans will have to remain patient until the promotion makes the official announcement. For now, all signs point to the UFC keeping everything under wraps. Michael Morales continues to build momentum as one of the fastest rising contenders on the roster, and expectations for his return are incredibly high. Until the UFC officially reveals the matchup, every rumored opponent should be treated as speculation rather than fact, despite the excitement surrounding his highly anticipated return. Move on to another news. Despite their long and often heated rivalry, it appears that Islam and Conor have developed a surprising level of mutual respect in recent years. Following Conor's devastating loss at UFC 329, Islam shared his honest reaction, admitting that he genuinely felt sorry for the former two-division champion. While the two have traded plenty of words over the years, Islam's latest comments showed a much more respectful and sympathetic side. Speaking during an interview with Complex Sports, Islam explained that he expected Conor to lose the fight against Max Holloway, but he never imagined the bout would end so quickly. Like many fans around the world, Islam was eager to see how Conor would perform after spending nearly 5 years away from professional MMA competition. The long layoff made the matchup even more intriguing, and many people wanted to find out whether Conor could still compete at the highest level. Reflecting on the result, Islam said, "Honestly, I feel bad. I knew Max was going to beat him, but not this fast, in the first minute. I wanted to see how he fights after the 5 years off, and honestly, I felt bad when this happened." Those comments surprised many fans because Islam could have easily celebrated Conor's defeat, considering the history between them. Instead, he acknowledged the disappointment surrounding the outcome and admitted that he wanted to witness a more competitive performance from the Irish superstar. Conor's return was one of the most highly anticipated moments in recent UFC history, but it ended in shocking fashion with an early defeat. The loss immediately raised questions about his future, while also reminding everyone just how unforgiving the sport can be after a lengthy absence. Even longtime rivals like Islam recognized that the ending was tough to watch, proving that respect can still exist between competitors despite years of rivalry and tension. Move on to another news. Conor has once again spoken out about the injury that ended his long-awaited return at UFC 329. After suffering a devastating setback inside the octagon, the former two-division champion took to social media to explain what he believes caused the injury. According to Conor, the incident was not simply bad luck. Instead, he claimed that the conditions inside the cage played a major role in what happened. In his latest social media post, Conor suggested that the cage floor became slippery because of moisture created by the fog machine during his walkout. He implied that the dry ice effects left the surface wet before the fight even began, making it difficult to maintain proper footing. Conor jokingly referenced the situation while expressing frustration over the circumstances surrounding the injury. He wrote, "The white, orange, and green machine, moseying on back to the office. Sorry I'm late, but the dry ice has the cage floor wet. It's a no contest now. Chop chop for the champ." I'll see you next year, 100%. The comments quickly sparked debate among MMA fans. Some agreed that a slippery surface could create dangerous conditions for any fighter, while others believed the injury was simply an unfortunate part of competition. Regardless of the differing opinions, Conor made it clear that he believes the wet canvas contributed significantly to the outcome of the fight. Despite the disappointment, Conor appears to be staying focused on his recovery. Alongside his comments, he also shared new training footage, giving fans an encouraging update on his rehabilitation process. The clip showed him moving around comfortably, lifting weights, and working through various exercises as he continues rebuilding his strength. During the session, members of his team could be heard praising his progress, saying, "Very strong boy, healthy boy, happy boy." The positive atmosphere suggested that Conor remains in good spirits despite the frustrating setback and is determined to make a successful return to competition. Although UFC 329 did not unfold the way he had hoped, Conor is already looking ahead instead of dwelling on the past. His message ended with a confident promise that fans will see him back next year, showing that his motivation remains high. Whether people agree with his explanation or not, one thing is certain: Conor is committed to recovering fully, returning to the octagon, and proving that his career is far from over. Move on to another news. Just days after his victory at UFC Abu Dhabi, Paulo Costa has once again found himself making headlines, this time by taking aim at Magomed Ankalaev on social media. Although Ankalaev picked up the win against Bogdan Guskov, Costa was clearly unimpressed with the performance and didn't hesitate to let everyone know exactly how he felt. His comments quickly gained attention, reigniting tension between the two fighters and sparking another heated exchange online. Costa took to X and shared his opinion on potential future opponents. While discussing possible matchups, he dismissed the idea of fighting both Jiri Prochazka and Magomed Ankalaev. He wrote, "Some say I should fight Jiri or Ankalaev. Jiri's coming off a dumb loss, and Ankalaev, after one more super boring fight, is closer to getting cut than getting a title shot." The post immediately caught Ankalaev's attention, and he wasted no time firing back. According to Ankalaev, the UFC had already tried to book a fight between the two on the same card as his most recent appearance, and he accepted the offer without hesitation. He also questioned Costa's willingness to step into the octagon. Ankalaev responded by writing, "I was offered a fight against you on the same card as my last fight, and I accepted. Now, I know you're probably not going to show up and fight me, so save your excuses. But if you change your mind, we can do it next week." That response only added more fuel to the rivalry. Instead of backing down, Costa doubled down with another post aimed directly at Ankalaev. He shared an edited image showing himself storming into the octagon to confront Ankalaev and added the caption, "What everyone watching wanted to have done." The exchange immediately divided MMA fans. Some supported Costa's criticism, arguing that Ankalaev's fighting style can be too cautious, while others defended Ankalaev by pointing out that winning fights is what truly matters. Regardless of which side fans are on, the back and forth has created even more interest in a potential showdown between the two. For now, the rivalry remains confined to social media, but the tension is very real. If the UFC decides to revisit the matchup in the future, there will already be plenty of bad blood and excitement surrounding the fight, making it one of the most anticipated matchups in the light heavyweight division. Move on to another news. Michel Pereira is not giving up on the controversial result of his fight against Pimblett at UFC Baku. After recently being released by the UFC, Pereira has revealed that he is still actively fighting to have the outcome of that bout reviewed. According to him, the officiating mistakes during the contest had a massive impact on both the result of the fight and the direction of his career. For fans who may have missed the action, the fight was filled with controversy. Throughout the contest, Pimblett appeared to grab Pereira's hair on multiple occasions, and there were also moments where eye pokes seemed to occur. Despite those incidents, referee Herb Dean did not deduct a single point from Pimblett. Although warnings were issued during the fight, no official penalty was ever enforced. The final decision went against Pereira, and shortly afterward, he was released by the UFC. Now, he believes those officiating decisions played a direct role in changing the course of his career. Speaking during a recent interview with Ignition Poker Brazil, Pereira explained that he and his legal team are continuing to challenge the result. Pereira said, "I'm still actively pushing behind the scenes with my lawyer to get the result of my last fight reviewed. It's one thing when an accidental eye poke or a low blow happens in the heat of the fight. But in my opinion, Shara pulled my hair 3 times. Herb Dean warned him, but never deducted a point." He continued by pointing out that the official scorecards make the situation even more frustrating. According to Pereira, a single point deduction would have completely changed the final outcome of the contest. Pereira added, "Based on the scorecards, a single point deduction would have made the fight a 28-28 draw. I firmly believe that refereeing errors completely changed the outcome of my career." He also criticized the inconsistency in how the rules are applied inside the octagon. Pereira explained that fighters are constantly reminded of the regulations before every event, yet he believes those same rules were not enforced when they mattered most. He concluded by saying that commissions and referees regularly lecture athletes backstage about following the rules, but in his view, they failed to apply those rules during the fight itself. Whether the appeal succeeds or not, Pereira remains determined to keep fighting for what he believes is a fair outcome after one of the most controversial fights of his UFC career. Move on to another news. Several big UFC fights have now been officially announced, and one of the recent rumors has turned out to be completely true. As previously reported, RDR was expected to move up from middleweight to light heavyweight for his next fight, and the UFC has now confirmed that he will face Roman Dolidze at UFC Sacramento on August 22nd. The matchup marks RDR's first appearance since his decision loss to Baralho back in March, after which he announced his move to the light heavyweight division. Roman Dolidze also enters the fight looking to bounce back after suffering consecutive defeats. He has gone just 3-2 in his last 5 outings, with his most recent appearance ending in a unanimous decision loss to Christian Leroy Duncan. Both fighters desperately need a statement victory, making this one an important matchup. Another fight reportedly set for this fall involves Johnny Walker. After his planned heavyweight debut fell through because his original opponent withdrew due to injury, reports now indicate that Walker will face Mick Parkin on October 3rd in Utah. Parkin is coming off the first defeat of his professional career after previously building an undefeated record, while Walker is looking to snap a difficult stretch after losing a split decision to Dominic Reyes earlier this year. The UFC has also added fresh matchups to its upcoming August 8th card. Jesse Rosas, the older brother of Raul Rosas Jr., is expected to make his UFC debut against Miles Johns at featherweight. Meanwhile, Manuel Souza is set to welcome undefeated prospect Richie Miranda to the octagon in a lightweight contest. Miranda enters the promotion riding a 7-fight winning streak after capturing the LFA lightweight title. More action is also heading to UFC Edmonton on October 17th. Reports indicate that Louis Jourdain, the younger brother of Charles Jourdain, will make his UFC debut against Timmy Kwamba. In the main event, Mike Malott will headline the card against Joaquin Buckley in a crucial welterweight showdown. Erin Blanchfield versus Jasmine Jasudavicius has also been confirmed as the co-main event, adding even more star power to one of the UFC's biggest Canadian events of the year. Move on to another news. Paddy Pimblett recently shared a fun behind-the-scenes video after running into Jon Jones, and the interaction quickly became a favorite among MMA fans. The two fighters took a trip down memory lane as they recalled the very first time they met, proving that their connection goes back much further than many people realized. During the conversation, Paddy reminded Jon that they had actually met around 2010 or 2011 during a fan expo event in Birmingham, England. Back then, Paddy was still a young, up-and-coming fighter, and meeting one of the biggest stars in the sport was a memorable experience. He told Jon that he had taken a photo with him during that event, adding that it happened over 16 years ago. Jon smiled as they looked back on the old memory, while Paddy explained that he had also taken a picture with Bruce Buffer during the same weekend. The lighthearted exchange showed just how far Paddy has come since those early days, going from being a fan asking for pictures to becoming one of the UFC's biggest stars himself. Jon also took a moment to congratulate Paddy on his recent success. He told him, "I'm proud of you, dude." Paddy appreciated the compliment and thanked Jon before the conversation shifted to his famous weight-cutting routine. Paddy jokingly introduced the man standing beside him as the person responsible for helping him make weight, saying, "This is how I make weight, lad. That's my nutritionist." The joke immediately got everyone laughing, especially because Paddy has built a reputation for gaining plenty of weight between fights. The conversation became even more entertaining when Paddy admitted that he had recently been spending time with Daniel Cormier as well. Laughing, he told Jon, "I'm playing both sides here. I was with DC the other day." Jon didn't seem bothered in the slightest. Instead, he laughed and replied, "No, it's okay. I got no problem with DC." The friendly exchange showed plenty of mutual respect between the fighters and reminded fans that even some of the biggest rivalries in MMA don't always carry over into personal interactions outside the octagon.